Hey, what's up? It's Julian. And have you ever got to this place where you're communicating with your wife, but it feels like you're speaking a different language? So, if that's you, my man, I got you. And I have three questions that you can ask your wife and be on the same page every single time. You ready? Okay, here we go. So, question number one. Question number one is we're having a conversation, right? And the question is, after I've done my statement, is what what did you hear? What did you hear? Right? So whenever you're there, is this, right? You're having this conversation with your wife and you're saying something, but somehow she is stuck on somewhere inside that conversation, right? And you don't know where she's stuck on. Right? You might be talking about like a trip, or you might be talking about something that happened at work. You're talking about something, but you don't know where she's stuck on. You think she went all the way to the end, but really what happened is she stuck somewhere, right? So asking that question, hey love, what did you hear? She is going to be able to process what you said and tell you, hey, so what I heard is that da, 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 da. What I heard is that you really want to go and you forgot that we have our anniversary today or tomorrow or this weekend, right? But what it's going to do is going to allow you to have a better conversation with her. So you can, one, clarify what you said. Two, you can tell her where you're coming from, right? And three, pivot if you need to pivot, right? But that question alone will save you. I promise you it will save you, right? So what did you hear? Question number two. Question number two is, what did you see? What did you see? All right, so what did you see is interesting, right? Because again, whenever you're talking, we're kind of talking with like all of our senses, right? We're talking with our hands, we're talking with our body, we're talking about like, are we coming front, back, right? Are we pacing, not pacing, right? So being able to ask that question to your wife again is like, hey, so what did you see? Right? If you're like, hey, listen, this is there's this investment property that I think we should buy, and you're excited about where you're going, right? You're excited about all that stuff, but she, as you're speaking and describing the plan, how we're going to do it, she might be seeing something else. So asking that question is like, hey, so what did you see? Because she's thinking and she's feeling. So what did you see? Might be able to clarify where did her mind go right away. When you brought in all this energy and excitement and everything else, her mind might have gone over here and you wanted to go here, right? So if you don't clarify or know where she is on the map, there's no way that you're going to be able to have a good conversation. It's just going to feel like that you're speaking French and she's speaking English, and you're like, I'm speaking, and it looks like we're speaking a totally different language. Like we're just triggering each other, and it's just not working, right? So be able to ask her, hey, love, what did you see? Or hey, babe, what did you see when I said that? Right? Will allow you to see exactly where she is on the map and how did she translate what you say. All right, you ready? Question number three. Question number three to ask is, how did it make you feel? Or, kind of variation of that one, what did you feel? Or what are you feeling? What are you feeling? Right? So, how did it make you feel, or what are you feeling? Now, the reason we asking that question is, again, you're coming in excited, right? Excited about something, or angry about something, or sad about something, but you're coming in about something, right? And the intention is for her to be excited as well, or for her to calm you down or whatever, right? But whenever you bring this information to her, it is going to shift like her emotion as well. So whenever you ask her like, hey, so what are you feeling, right? She's gonna be able to tell you. You might be excited, but she's like, hey, I'm overwhelmed, or I'm irritated that you want to do this now when you haven't even finished that first. Or that you want to go here where we say we're supposed to go there. Where you say, hey, you want to go on your fishing trip, where you told me that we're gonna go on a getaway, this weekend, right? Even if for you say, oh man, it's an opportunity, we can never have this, but you committed to this, right? So asking her the question, what are you feeling? It's going to allow you to know if, hey, you messed up, you forgot something, or she is not having the same feeling as you have, right? She might be irritated, angry, annoyed, right? And that's going to be able to allow you to be on the same page. Because if you're excited and she's irritated, but you don't ask her how she feels and you just like want to move to the next step, it's not going to work. It's going to feel like you speaking Arabic and she's speaking French, right? It's going to be like, we're not speaking the same language, right? And it's going to create chaos. And then you're going to feel some type of way. And because you don't know how to express your feeling, you're going to push your feelings down. And then something is going to happen with one of your kids and they're just going to have it. You're going to be like a dragon going, that's a dragon blowing fire. You're just going to blow everything, right? You're just going to blow everything because you're pushing all those feelings down and you feel like you're a good man and you feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but somehow it is not working your way. And it could be working your way if you would ask the question either, what did you hear? Right? Because I want to know that you actually heard what I said and you did not translate to something else, right? So that I can clarify if I need to clarify, or I can explain a little further to make sure that what you heard is exactly what I said or meant to say, right? 2, what did you see? Because I know that as I'm speaking, I'm describing something and you are getting a visual as well, right? Your wife is getting a visual as well. So asking you what did you see allows me to again know that if I'm this is an example, right? If I was drawing a house that you did not see an apple, and you might be like, Julian, there's just no way that if I'm painting a house, she saw an apple. But I have you consider that sometimes because you're so not clear, or she is in a very different state of mind, she could have seen your house into an apple because her mind is not even in this place to be able to see it. So if you ask, what did you see? First, it can also allow her to get out of autopilot, right? Because you don't know where she is whenever you came in with this information that you're trying to share, right? And it's going to make sure that if you are drawing a house or painting the picture of a house, she actually saw the picture of the house and hopefully the same house that you were painting a picture of, right? Does that make sense? All right, let's go. Next one is, what are you feeling, right? Because if I'm sharing this with her and I'm excited, I want her to be excited with me. But if she also has feelings that she had pushed down and she didn't want to tell you because she wanted to be nice and kind and loving, right? She might just say, okay, but deep inside she is feeling irritated, and irritation, if not taken care of, can become angry, then rage. And that can build up to like resentment, like you always do what you want to do and I never get to do what I want to do, right? I'm always the one with the kids where you get to go hunting and fishing and watching games with your friends and stuff, and I'm always the one at home doing all the home stuff, right? But if you ask that question like, hey, what are you feeling? She can tell you, I'm irritated because this is your back-to-back weekend that you went and did something and I had to stay home. Or, I'm angry that we said we were going to go and do this as a family, and now you're deciding to go and watch this football game, even if you had those amazing front row tickets, right? That sounds very specific, but you know what I mean? So asking her, hey, what are you feeling, allows you to know exactly where she is on the map so that you can either say, okay, cool, I understand that doesn't make sense. You're absolutely right. Let's go and do this, right? It allows you to pivot and navigate. So you're not inside of think of it as a ship, right? You're a ship, you're a captain of a ship, and you're moving. And if you don't know how the waters are, or what the weather is, like it's very hard to navigate, right? But if you know the weather, aka the feelings, if it's like, ooh, this rain, there's a tornado coming, you're probably not going to go towards a tornado, right? If you know your wife is irritated, angry, pissed, you are not going to go into the irritated, pissed. You're going to try to just like make sure that she is not, and pivot, and figure this out a different way. So 3 questions, recap real quick. What did you hear? What did you see? How did it make you feel? Or what are you feeling? I promise you, if you use those 3 questions in any conversation you were having with your wife, it is a 100% going to improve your relationship almost instantaneously. And she is going to feel that you actually care. Because the challenging part is when your partner feels like you don't care about their feeling, you don't care about giving them space, you don't care about giving them time, that you're just always go, 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 all about you. Where what I know is that if you're a good man, you care about your wife. You care about her feelings. You sometimes just don't know how to navigate the waters, right? So asking one of those 3 questions, all 3 of those questions, my conversation with my wife, we oftentimes use those. And when we started using those on both sides, her to me and me to her, it has made a world of difference to be able to know how is somebody feeling, what is somebody seeing, what is somebody hearing, because oftentimes it's not what you want to say. They're hearing something differently, or they're getting stuck on one thing that is maybe like 5% of the conversation. Or they're seeing something, they're seeing the house when you're drawing an apple, or the apple when you're drawing a house, or they're feeling irritated or angry or whatever, and then didn't hear anything you said because they still have not decompressed from like the feeling that they had. All right, so I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below once you've used it, what was the result. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, off you go.